Hi, everybody. Welcome to the podcast. It's supposed to be very relaxing, and I hope it's just gonna be I think it's gonna be a really good one. Um, Basically, it's been a while since I've done it, and I apologize for that. This episode is featuring one of my best friends. His name is Dmitry Popovic. And I think you're gonna like it. It's pretty relaxing. But right before we actually play the episode, I think maybe a word from our sponsor.
This summer,
Billy, where are you going?
go on the ride of a lifetime.
Amanda, I don't want to go out there.
With a group of children you'd never expect.
Wow, I can't believe we all ended up as friends.
Me neither. You guys sure are tough.
And find out what it means
Are we gonna really do this?
to celebrate
Come on 3!
Christmas in Africa.
Okay, hi everybody. This is Ryan's relaxing meditation show, and today I have one of the best people I know. I was gonna say friend, but he's sort of a rival of mine. Every day I strive to have a very relaxing show, and if there's anyone I could compete with, it's this guy right here, Dmitry Popovic.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
So, Dimitri, what we do on this show is we try to calm down our audience as much as possible because everyone has a really hard job. And on top of that, there's a lot of bad things happening out there, and my goal is to try to relax them. So, I think we could start off the show with a little bit of light breathing. If you want to start the breathing.
I'd love to.
And I will follow.
Okay, great. So first we're going to start with really, really, really short breaths. And we're going to, with each exhale, try to make the inhale a decibel of a second longer. So I'll start to lead and you can join in whenever you find the rhythm.
You know what? I've never thought about doing it like that, and I am a little bit more relaxed than how I usually do it. What I usually do is I get people to take 2 breaths and then they're relaxed. And if they need to do more, then they could pause the show and then they could do their own. But I actually thought that was good because it got probably like 10 breaths in there, and then they were really fast and consecutive. No, I'll have to take.
Yeah, it's been a tool I've kept with me for quite a while. I must say it does help with my work.
Okay. Well, I have an idea because this might be a little hard to do it. Take a turn one by one. So how about I start the meditation and then I swing it to you and you finish the rest of it and we'll swing it back and forth. Okay. And that way we reach a wider audience of different levels of meditation.
Absolutely.
I'm glad you agree. And let's begin. When you were 10 years old, you used to walk to school with your pencils and your paper, and you had your laptop computer, and you would walk to school, and sometimes there would be a big tree that you would stash all of your treats, your Halloween candy, because you had siblings that would eat your candy, so you couldn't hide it at home. So on your way to school, you would take your candy that you buried in your in your yard that you dug up with your dog, because your dog and you both eat the chocolate, who has since passed away, so you have to find a new hiding spot because he always digs it in a different spot every time. And you always go, Charlie, 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 where's the candy? Where's the chocolate? But he died. And it only lasted 2 weeks before Charlie passed away. Anyway, so now swinging it to you.
And so, imagine, if you will, that it's a brisk November morning, and you're on your way to school with a Mars bar, a miniature Mars bar in your hand, because you've already been to your spot, you've already got your hands dirty, and you now have the Mars bar, and you're on your way to school, and you're really happy, because your mom didn't make you breakfast that day. She was really, really hungover. She was sleeping in the bed. And you said, Mom, can I have breakfast? But she didn't respond again. You haven't had breakfast for days, but it's a good thing you stashed all that chocolate. On your way to school, you're eating your miniature chocolate bar, and you're thinking to yourself, wow, if this was any other place in the world, I don't think I'd be allowed to have a chocolate bar. And you're blessed. You're blessed for what you have. And just as you're thinking about your blessings and thankful for your mother and your Mars bars, you trip on a small rock. But it's okay, because you land in a large pile of leaves that your neighbor was raking up. And in the pile of leaves you find there's the neighborhood cat too, just hanging in the same pile of leaves, hanging out with you. And you left for school early, so you guys are hanging out, and it's so warm and it's so cuddly, and you really are enjoying yourself in the pile of leaves with the neighbor's cat and your Mars bars.
Well, you're laying in those leaves, and you look to your left, and there's the nuclear plant. You look to the right, and there's that cat with a ridiculously big smile. You look down on your lap, and there's just wrappers and wrappers and wrappers of candy bars. You notice that the cat gets up from your side and starts licking the wrappers. You giggle because you never found that last chocolate bar, the one that Charlie hid, and he said to you, boy, this is the biggest one, so I'm gonna hide it, because when I turn 10, we're gonna open this sucker up like a bottle of champagne, you and me, my friend. Anyway, where was I? The reason you're seeing this cat with big smiley face is because the pile of leaves, you feel around, it's a little mucky. It's full of nuclear waste. Yeah, look at the cat, and the cat says some shit like, man, this feels real nice, huh, boy? And you go, well, it sure does. I love chocolate bars and laying in leaves. And he decides that you gotta get up and you gotta eat all the nuclear waste. At first, you're reluctant. You don't want to do that. That doesn't sound very relaxing. But you end up eating a little bit. It sort of even tastes like sour keys. So, you eat a little bit of it. And then you realize, oh fuck, I was supposed to go to school this whole time. So, you start walking to school.
You walk into school, the heater's been on, it's nice and warm after you've just come in from a brisk day. You put your hands on the heater and they warm you right up, and you feel good because you made it just on time for school. Despite spending time in the nuclear waste and the leaves, you made it to school right on time. You put away your things in your locker and you come to your classroom, but there's nobody else in the classroom yet, except for the teacher. without questioning it, you sit down in your seat and the teacher asks you, have you finished your homework? And only now are you remembering that you even had homework. And so you go through your list of excuses and you tell the teacher, listen, Charlie ate my homework. I'm telling you, miss, Charlie ate my homework. And she says, son, our dog has been dead for years because of the chocolate that you fed him. You need to wake up and you need to go to school. It's only then that you realize your dog just died. And the nuclear waste? Tears. Tears that you were drifting through in a dream state. Are you ever going to be normal again? I don't know. Or you don't know. Nobody knows. Your mom is worried about you. And so she calls a doctor, and the doctor comes over and he lays you down on a nice warm pile of leaves. And he says, hey, don't you worry about a thing. He hands you your favorite chocolate bar, a Mars bar. And he says to you, boy, we in for it now.
Wow, that sure was relaxing, huh? Well, let's cut to a quick commercial break and I'll be right back.
This winter, don't let your nub be the coldest on the block. Every amputee has a problem with feeling the coldest of ends of their limbs, but not this season. Warm Covymups. It's for covering up your ugly, deformed body with a warm, cozy feature. Don't forget, Covymups. Warm features for your ugly body.
Coming soon to Nintendo Switch. A new character with really cool sword arms. Has a sword and no shield.
Get the hell away from my child.
The boy is mine.
Help me! I'm small.
What do you do, boss?
You distract them. I'll take the boy.
He's shrinking me, Dad.
How are you gonna play? Well, you use your arms. It's attached, it's your cell phones, and it's an app attached to your arms. Swing your arms around and help your friends find all the treats that you hid in your house.
Wow. What a really good episode. I hope you guys liked it as much as I did. I thought it was pretty relaxing. And I just wanted to get a super special shout out to Drea because she requested it and she's my friend. That's all, everybody. I hope you had a really fun time, and let's all on countdown 3, 2, 1. I'm relaxed. Thank you. Goodbye.